While Link's out of town, I joined his bicycle gang.
Let's talk about that.
Hi, I'm Michaela from Sydney, Australia. Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
Today's episode is brought to you by Smule, maker of musical apps like Sing. You've got 3 weeks to participate in the Squirrel Writes Sing karaoke contest. So download the app and participate. I want to welcome co-host today, Joe Bereta, my good friend.
Thank you for having me. I don't know if you guys know, but this has been kind of a dream of mine, and I've been bugging him via text message for about 2 years now.
That's not how I remember it, but I like the fact that you're making it seem like you've wanted to be a part of this.
It's the land of dreams, and I feel like it's officially that fact for me.
Well, you know, we have some similarities. I mean, not only do your hair goes up, my hair goes up. We both have a manly beard.
Yep.
But we're one half of a comedy duo.
Yes.
Not the same comedy duo.
No.
2 different comedy duos.
Unless maybe this is a new duo thing that we have going.
Shoot, maybe, okay.
Well, watch out, other duo partners.
Can I be first in this duo also?
Yeah, I'm used to.
Well, you know what? You're second in Bratz and Bereta.
Well, you have to figure out. You guys are Rhett and Link because that sounds better than Link and Rhett. It just does.
Well,
just like Berets and Bereta.
And I'm more important and more talented.
Well, there's that too. So if it was Joe and Rhett, does Joe and Rhett sound better than Rhett and Joe? I contend that Rhett and Joe sounds better.
I think you keep Bereta.
Rhett and Bereta.
Bereta and Rhetta. Bereta and Rhett. Rhett and Bereta.
Bereta.
How about us just Bereta and we
There
just
it
add
is.
an H?
Bam. Goodbye, other partners. You're no longer
History
existing.
has been made. And not only are you part of a duo, you have a show that gets a lot more views than ours, but is similar in that you talk about a lot of things, source-fed.
We talk about a lot of things, yeah. So I'm double timing on the YouTubes. I got the sketch comedy with Berets and Bereta, and then I've got the news coverage in a funky, funny, fast-paced manner on SourceFed.
Yeah, but it's edited.
It is very edited.
I haven't told you, this will not be edited. This is not being edited at
I
all.
am frightened. I'm used to jump cuts.
Now, okay, so this week, it's excusable because Link's out of town. I'm cheating on Link by bringing in other co-hosts, but I want to make a confession. If you watched one of last week's episodes, you saw that Link and Nick, our collective friend Nick, have started a bicycle gang, we're calling it, the Mountain Biking Club.
Is it a gang if it's only 2?
I think, yeah, technically.
That's kind of a duo.
Yeah, well.
Like, we're experts on the duoisms.
Well, they started their duo, their biking duo,
Gotcha.
their club, and Link made it very clear. I was hurt. I was emotionally distraught about this. He made it very clear that he was questioning whether or not he was going to invite me into the gang. So what I did is while Link is out of town, I called up Nick and I said, "Let's go mountain biking, buddy." And me and Nick, we went mountain biking this past weekend.
You infiltrated the gang in his absence.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a little underhanded, but it's also underhanded not to invite you into the gang.
Yeah, well, yeah, it made no sense to begin with. But I want to talk about what happened while I was mountain biking.
Okay.
Now, you do anything active?
I do.
You seem pretty fit.
I do a lot of basketball.
I like looked you up and down and said,
know, you're like, fit.
You seem pretty fit.
Like I felt like I needed to say yes, otherwise bad things were going to happen to me. I try to stay as active as possible. It gets harder as we get older.
What kind of stuff you do?
Basketball, run around, chase my daughter. I'm sure teaching your kids to ride bikes might be one of the most active things that I've ever done.
Yeah, it's
dangerous.
Do you use the balance bike? You know about the balance bike?
No.
It doesn't have the training wheels. You just teach them how to balance.
Really?
We got one for Shepherd, our 4-year-old, but I kind of put it on him and just kind of sent him off and he hit a tree.
We almost hit a car yesterday.
Yeah.
Instead of using the brakes, which I was trying to teach her in the moment, she decided to literally Superman off the bike. She was about to hit a car, so at full speed, she just leaped forward, head first. I caught her kind of in midair, fell. She hit belly, and then I had to jump over the bike, and I parkoured over the bike, did a somersault on the pavement, and now I'm in extreme pain.
But you didn't get this on video.
Nope, didn't happen.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, so I'm out there with Nick, and he's like, "Listen, we're going to go like 1,000 feet up." over time, not
At
like,
an incline.
yeah, not all at
as
once.
opposed to
a jump. We're not going
Gonna get on our bikes, bunny hop
ramp.
1,000 feet.
We're going to ascend 1,000 feet over the course of 4 miles. I'm like, okay, of course
Sounds
I
doable.
can do this, even though I haven't done anything active in 16 years.
So you're going about 1,000 feet up at about 20,000, a little more than 20,000 feet long.
You do the math, huh?
Something like that. It's a little bit more. So yeah, you're going a little ways.
5,280 feet in a mile.
There you go.
Joe. And so we get about 1/3 of the way. Well, before we start, Nick says, "Hey, what'd you have to eat this morning?" I'm like, why is he asking me that? And I'm like, "Why are you asking me that?" And he says, "Because when you vomit it up, I want to have the camera rolling." I'm like, he has no confidence in me. And then I was like, dude, I'm not active anymore, but I used to play a lot of sports, and I've never once vomited because of exhaustion.
In your entire life? Not
In my
once.
entire life.
I've never done that either.
Yeah, I've never been running a marathon. A, I've never ran a marathon. B, I've never been running a marathon and then felt like I just needed to Ralph all over the place, you know? So I'm like, well, he has no confidence in me, but I'm in the bike club now. I'm working my way up towards president, so I got to show this guy what's up. So get on the bike, and I'm not kidding, we are not halfway yet. And I start thinking, I'm really feeling it. I am really feeling it.
Are you
And
feeling it here in the throat area or here in the tummy?
my legs mostly.
My legs are feeling like they're going to throw up.
And my legs are beginning to burn, and I'm realizing that I don't have a lot of lung capacity left. And then I'm like, Nick, I got to stop. Of course, first of all, a lot of my pride kind of just broke at that point when I was like, dude, can we stop? You know, because I'm the guy who asked, can we stop?
Yep.
And then he's like, sure, you know. He's kind of got this little grin on his face because he's
pulling
like,
out the camera real slow.
He knows, he's been there. He's thinking about the first time that he went mountain biking. And I'm like, I got to stop for a little bit. And then I'm thinking to myself, boy, I don't feel good. And I'm like, hold on, let me sit down for a second. You know, like 5 minutes later, I got my helmet off. I've taken my gloves off. I want to take my pants off. You know, it's just one of those things where
That's
you
a
just
natural reaction.
you want to get completely naked and like lie against a rock and just pray that you're not going to vomit. And this is when I'm going to spoil this. I didn't vomit, and you know what? I should have, because I would have just gotten it out.
You would have felt
gotten
better.
it over with and just kept on. But I've had an aversion all my life. In fact, this is like a family thing. This is a McLaughlin thing. We have an aversion to vomiting. In fact, there was a point while I was in college that my brother, my dad, and I combined had a 50-year non-vomit streak as the men in the McLaughlin
Between
clan.
the three of you, 50 years, never regurgitating the things inside of you.
Yes, it was, and I had so much pride in this that I used to write for our college paper at NC State, and I wrote an article about it. Like,
I would have too.
like, of course, I could never figure out what to write about. So I was like, this week, it's kind of like this show. It's like, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about wanting to not throw up.
Who broke the streak?
Me.
You broke the streak.
I'm pretty sure it was me.
Oh.
I wish it was more. There was a more sensational
Yeah,
ending to the story, but I got sick of flu or something like that. But since then, all three of us have. Once one goes down, it's like everybody's like, blah, blah. It's like
the
it's just
reverse
like,
curse
there's-
was broken.
Yeah, there's no incentive to not vomit. But to this day, when I feel it kind of building up, and I want to just, what is it? You know, do you have an aversion?
It's the worst. I think everybody has that aversion because it is the worst feeling. It's probably like death, burning in fire and not dying and then throwing up. I think it's somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
You do it and you taste things with your whole face. I apologize to viewers if this is too graphic. Things come out your nose.
We
that
do
weren't
this
supposed
every
to be
once in a
there.
while. It's okay.
And you have an ab workout that you never asked for. It's like you did 17 rounds of ab ripper X. It never feels good.
You feel like an animal when it's happening too.
You
you
scream
feel
like an
you
animal.
feel like an alien. It's like your body tenses up, and you're like, "This is totally involuntary." But it's one of those things that's totally involuntary, but seems totally voluntary.
Yeah.
You see it from a distance. You're like, "What's wrong with that?
Well,
What's wrong with that guy?"
That was a mental choice he just made. To
Yeah,
do that.
but he's thinking, "What's wrong with me? Why is this happening?"
Your body starts contorting.
I'm
like-
possessed.
Yep. It's the worst.
And that's why I won't do it at any cost. I will try to keep from doing it.
I have forced myself to do it after nights of celebration and joy. That there was too much celebration and joy. And in said night, I was like, I really don't feel good. And if I don't alleviate what's inside of me, I'm gonna feel worse in the morning. So there have been 1 or 2 times in my life. I'm a very old man now that I forced myself to do it, and I would say 2 out of the maybe 30 times that I've puked in my life, 2 were on purpose, and they actually resulted in me feeling way better.
Really? Yeah.
Way
Well, that's
better.
the thing. You know, it's gonna feel better, but you just can't talk yourself into. I just go into that breathe deep mode. Mm-hmm. I think if I just breathe deeply enough, I'm gonna
You get that little your mouth starts salivating in the back corners. That's when you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Okay, let's stop
All
talking
the
about it.
women have stopped watching.
Yep, they're done. They're
mean,
gone. We apologize. We're going to talk about other cuddlier things.
So anyway, you know, I maybe this is my punishment for cheating on Link in the bicycle gang while he's gone. Because I haven't told him about this. I haven't told him that I went mountain biking with Nick yet.
Maybe he hasn't told you of all the nasty karma things that he's went through while going on bike rides without you.
We'll talk when he gets back.
Yeah, you guys will be able to have
He's
another podcast.
He's gonna
about
have a
puking.
mustache when he comes back.
Are you guys doing the
Well, he's doing the Movember.
no shave? I'm deciding. We both got head starts.
Well, no shave November and Movember are 2 different things.
Oh, educate me. real quick.
Movember is just a mustache only, and you have to
Okay.
start clean shaven.
Okay,
I don't get rid of this.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me like that.
that's your thing.
Okay, we're gonna end this episode. Oh, I hadn't told you. I don't know how often you watch the show, or if you've ever watched
I've watched it a couple times.
We end it with the Wheel of Mythicality, which is right behind you. You have the honor of picking it up and putting it on
Oh, okay.
on the stool here.
This.
And you know what? You can spin it if you want to.
Okay.
And whatever it lands on, we're gonna do to close out the episode. And
Great.
Joe, today you are Link. Okay.
Okay. So you might have to walk me through this, and I apologize.
Everybody spins it clockwise because that seems logical. Okay. Abrupt ending.
Oh, this is perfect. I feel like I can do this.
Yep.
I'm gonna follow your.
Well.